The morning quiet shatters with the shrill, insistent blare of an alarm clock, brutally interrupting the dawn. Beneath a tangle of covers, Cain groans, a low rumble of resistance, as he blindly swats at the offending noise. A bright, intrusive beam of sunlight slices through a gap in the curtain, illuminating a galaxy of dancing dust motes. On the floor, his half-zipped backpack lies in silent testament, a textbook spine peeking out, hinting at unfinished tasks. Cain remains half asleep, utterly unaware of the seismic shift his ordinary day is about to undergo. In the morning light, Cain, still in pajamas, devours cereal, the spoon clinking urgently against the ceramic bowl. A sticky stain blooms on his shirt, a silent testament to his hurried breakfast. His eyes dart down, a flicker of panic as he notices the mark, trying to erase the evidence with a quick rub. From an unseen distance, his mom's voice cuts through the quiet. "Cain, don't forget about school!" He freezes, the cereal forgotten, a silent plea in his eyes that the stain remains unnoticed. The morning sun casts long, eerie shadows as Cain waits, kicking at a loose pebble with a worn sneaker, impatience etched on his face. Other kids scatter around, some laughing boisterously, others huddle in small, whispering groups, their secrets hanging in the crisp air. Cain stands apart, an air of self-assurance radiating from him, a slight, almost defiant swagger in his step. The iconic yellow school bus rumbles into view, a monstrous machine slowing as it approaches the stop, its shadow looming. The school bus rumbles, morning sun casting long shadows as Cain, backpack slung, finds an empty seat. He pulls out headphones, plugs them in, and puts them on, a silent world instantly enveloping him. His foot begins to tap rhythmically, an unheard beat only he can feel, a private concert in motion. He glances out the window, watching the blur of houses and trees, a world passing by unnoticed by him. Ahead, younger kids squabble, their voices a muffled din, as Cain remains lost in his own musical universe. The school gates buzz with a symphony of morning chaos, students rushing past in a blur of youthful energy. Cain strides through the throng, a confident smile playing on his lips, an aura of effortless charm surrounding him. He high-fives a friend with a quick, practiced motion, a silent acknowledgement of their shared world. With fluid grace, Cain deftly dodges a group of running students, a natural mastery of his surroundings. The morning unfolds with a predictable rhythm, each step a familiar beat in the school's daily routine. A sense of calm permeates Cain's demeanor, as if he navigates this bustling world with serene assurance. In a bustling school hallway, students surge like a restless tide, their voices a cacophony of youthful energy. Cain moves through the throng with an effortless grace, his presence commanding attention. His backpack, a casual extension of his confident stride, swings lightly over one shoulder. Quick greetings are exchanged, fleeting smiles and nods marking his passage, a silent acknowledgement of his larger-than-life aura. The air crackles with anticipation, the imminent bell for class hanging heavy in the morning atmosphere. Cain's gaze sweeps the hallway, a flicker of amusement in his eyes as he embraces the chaos of the school day. The morning sun streams into the classroom as Cain slides into his usual desk, a sigh escaping his lips. His backpack hits the floor with a dramatic thud, announcing his presence with a flourish. Cain lets out a theatrical sigh, a silent declaration of the immense burden of the day ahead. At the front, Miss Jenkins meticulously writes on the board, oblivious to Cain's dramatic entrance. The classroom's quiet hush is shattered by the piercing, metallic shriek of the school bell. Cain flinches, a subtle tremor running through his body as the harsh sound reverberates through the room. He shakes his head, a gesture of resignation, steeling himself for the lessons to come. The bell's echo, strangely prolonged, hangs heavy in the air, a persistent, unsettling vibration. His gaze drifts, unfocused, as the lingering sound seems to bind him to the moment. The classroom, once still, now pulses with the dying reverberations, signaling the inescapable start of class. The classroom lurches violently, the floor tilting as if the world itself is coming undone. Pencils clatter and roll, Papers scatter like frightened birds, a symphony of chaos erupting from every desk. Fluorescent lights flicker erratically, casting monstrous shadows that dance on the wavering walls. A low, unsettling hum permeates the air, a menacing vibration that rattles the very bones of the building. Inside the classroom, the world around Cain dissolves into a dizzying kaleidoscope of vibrant colors and shifting shapes. A profound dizziness washes over him, as if spun relentlessly, threatening to pull him into its vortex. He squeezes his eyes shut, a desperate attempt to anchor himself against the swirling chaos. The low hum intensifies, growing from a subtle drone to a piercing, high-pitched whine that fills his head. The overwhelming sensory assault traps Cain in a maelstrom of light, sound, and disorienting motion. Cain blinks, his eyes fluttering open as the world around him slowly comes into focus. The initial blur dissipates, revealing a subtly altered reality, a strange shift in his surroundings. He's no longer at his desk, but now stands at the front of the classroom, an unexpected displacement. Rows of confused students stare back at him, their expressions a mixture of surprise and bewilderment. Inside the classroom, a sudden, unsettling realization washes over him. He stares down at his hands, a chilling sense of disbelief gripping him. They are small, pale, and tremble violently. A stark contrast to what he remembers. A wave of profound confusion washes over him, his mind struggling to reconcile the sight. He attempts to clench his fingers, but they feel alien, uncooperative, and utterly foreign. A silent scream builds within him as the terrifying truth begins to dawn. These are not his hands. Cain rushes to the window, his breath catching as his reflection stares back from the glass. The face of Milo, the quiet boy, gazes back, his usually nervous eyes now wide with a profound shock. A chilling realization dawns as Cain sees Milo's horrified expression mirrored in his own. Cain gasps, a small, choked sound escaping him as the horrifying truth settles. A sudden, booming shout rips through the classroom, a voice familiar yet unnervingly misplaced. Cain recoils, his eyes wide with horror as he recognizes Milo's voice emanating from his own lips. He stares at his body, now a vessel for another, the chilling reality sinking in. A physical blow of realization slams into Cain, leaving him stunned and disoriented. From Cain's mouth, Milo's voice echoes with bewildered shock. "Why am I so tall?" The classroom erupts into a violent storm of shouts and bewildering cries, a sudden chaos. Children point accusing fingers, their faces contorted in a mix of hysterical laughter and fear. The air vibrates with deafening noise as some kids shriek with delight, their innocence shattering. Others stand frozen, on the precipice of tears, overwhelmed by the sudden, inexplicable pandemonium. The sound swells, a cacophony of raw, unfiltered emotion, threatening to consume the very walls. A whirlwind of confusion and primal reactions transforms the once orderly space into a scene of utter bedlam. The once boisterous classroom is now eerily silent, a chilling stillness replacing youthful exuberance. Kids, usually brimming with energy, sit pale with shock, their faces drained of all color. Even the most confident among them are terrified, their bravado shattered by an unsettling fear. The shy kids, trapped in unfamiliar bodies, awkwardly attempt to rise, their movements clumsy. A profound unease hangs heavy in the air, a silent testament to the bewildering change. In Milo's body, Cain struggles to rise from the classroom floor, his limbs heavy and unresponsive. An unseen weight pins him down, each attempt to move a monumental effort against an invisible force. A crushing tightness grips his chest, stealing his breath and fueling a burgeoning sense of dread. His eyes widen, reflecting the dawning horror as panic blooms, threatening to consume him. The classroom walls seem to close in, a silent witness to his desperate, internal struggle. Cain sits at his desk, his eyes fixed on the teacher, a mask of attentiveness hiding a turbulent mind. A strange, insistent whisper begins. Not a distinct voice, but a torrent of anxious thoughts. The whispers feel like his own, yet they are not. a chilling invasion of his inner sanctuary. The unseen voice hisses, "Don't mess up. Don't say anything wrong." A cold dread washes over Cain as the whispers intensify. "Don't let them laugh at you." His gaze remains fixed, but his mind is a battleground, fighting an invisible enemy within. Cain's eyes dart around the classroom, a flicker of profound confusion clouding their depths. He swallows hard, the discordant hum of a whisper intensifying, a phantom burden in his mind. The crushing weight of Milo's constant anxiety settles over him, a suffocating, alien blanket. His eyes widen, a dawning, terrifying comprehension washing over his face. He clutches his head, the unspoken torment of another's fear, now his own. Miss Jenkins claps her hands sharply, the sound a desperate plea for order in the chaotic classroom. Amidst the rising din, she stands, her expression a fragile mask of frustration and desperation. Her eyes dart wildly, a frantic search for any sign of control as students move erratically around her. The classroom pulsates with untamed energy, a swirling vortex of youthful rebellion. She takes a deep breath, her voice cutting through the noise with a strained command. "Everyone, sit down!" The air crackles with tension, a silent battle for authority unfolding between teacher and students. In the classroom, Cain's heart thunders, a frantic drum against his ribs. He yearns to raise his hand, to unravel the tangled truths, to make sense of the chaos within. But a paralyzing fear grips him, an icy vice that locks his limbs and silences his voice. His palms glisten with sweat, a testament to the overwhelming terror that holds him captive. The unspoken words hang heavy in the air, a silent scream of desperation and helplessness. In the classroom, Milo's stomach churns with a palpable anxiety, a physical manifestation of his deep-seated fear. Cain, bewildered, experiences a sharp, unfamiliar ache in his stomach, a sensation alien to his being. His brows furrow, a mix of confusion and discomfort clouding his features. He clutches his stomach, as if trying to grasp the elusive, intense feeling within him. His eyes dart around, searching for an explanation for this strange, unsettling sensation. The classroom hums around him, oblivious to the internal turmoil gripping Cain. Cain, trapped in Milo's body, surveys the chaotic classroom, the boisterous energy of students now overwhelming. The casual chatter and confident voices, once background noise, now assault his senses, revealing a new truth. He understands Milo's silence. Speaking feels like an insurmountable challenge, a terrifying, paralyzing risk. The words lodge in his throat, heavy and unformed, a profound fear he now intimately shares. Across the hushed classroom, Cain's body, now inhabited by Milo, begins to stir, a chilling transformation unfolding. Slowly, unnervingly, the possessed form of Cain rises, an unnatural grace in his movements. Milo, in Cain's body, surveys his new surroundings, a flicker of mischievous triumph in his eyes. A nervous smile plays on Cain's lips, a stark contrast to his usual confident demeanor, betraying Milo's unfamiliarity. The classroom holds its breath, unaware of the sinister shift that has just occurred within their classmate. In the classroom, Milo, trapped in Cain's formidable body, speaks with a voice unnervingly soft, a stark contrast to Cain's usual booming tone. His brow furrows, a flicker of confusion and fear in his eyes as he utters, "I don't know what's happening." A moment of reflection, a tentative understanding dawns in his gaze as he adds, "But I think we're supposed to learn something." The unexpected words hang in the air, transforming the classroom into a crucible of unspoken questions. The boisterous classroom chatter abruptly ceases, a sudden hush descending like a shroud. All eyes, once darting, now fixate on Milo, whose body now houses the unsettling presence of Cain. The unexpected words from Cain in Milo's body cut through the silence, sharp and disorienting. Confusion ripples through the students as their gazes shift, uncertain where to land. First, their eyes snap to Milo, who is now trapped in Cain's body, a silent plea in his eyes. Then, their attention is drawn back to Cain, embodying Milo, his words hanging heavy in the unnerving quiet. In the classroom, Cain sees a jarring reflection of himself through Milo's eyes, a vision of his own boisterous laughter. He witnesses the constant interruptions, the oblivious nature of his actions, played back in a silent, stark reel. A dawning realization washes over Cain, revealing the true impact of his presence. He understands how his vibrant confidence might be perceived as a crushing insensitivity. The weight of this new perspective settles heavily upon him. A silent, profound transformation. Cain stands frozen in the classroom, a chilling realization dawning on his face. He never intended to be unkind, his past actions now replaying in his mind with stark clarity. He never saw Milo's quiet struggles, a truth that now pierces his conscience. He never considered the profound impact of his actions from another's perspective, a bitter pill to swallow. A sharp, twisting pang of regret hits him, a visceral ache in his gut. Amidst the boisterous playground, Cain, trapped in Milo's small body, sits alone on a bench, a figure of profound isolation. The joyful shouts and laughter of other children now sound piercingly loud, a cacophony assaulting his ears. The playing kids appear monstrous, their movements a chaotic blur of overwhelming energy, an alien world to him. A profound sense of disorientation washes over Cain as he struggles to comprehend his new, diminished form. The school playground explodes with a cacophony of joyful shouts and carefree laughter, a vibrant tapestry of childhood. Yet, every sound pierces him like a pointed jab, each peal of laughter a cruel, mocking echo. He shrinks inward, feeling small and utterly vulnerable, a stark shadow of his usual confident self. He pulls his knees tight to his chest, making himself as compact as possible, a desperate attempt to disappear. Cain stands motionless at the playground's edge, his gaze fixed on the vibrant chaos of a soccer game. Children dart and weave with effortless grace, their movements a stark, painful contrast to Cain's rooted stillness. A profound, icy sense of isolation washes over him, an unfamiliar weight settling deep within his soul. The joyful shouts of the players sound distant, echoing an emptiness within Cain as he watches. The games, meant for fun, appear intimidating and unwelcoming, not inviting, in his isolated world. On the school playground, my body, now animated by Milo, stands at the edge of a game, a silent, awkward observer. It attempts to blend in, a forced smile on its face. But the effort is transparent, a stark contrast to the lively children. Every movement is stiff, out of sync, betraying its true nature as an imposter in its own skin. A profound understanding dawns on me, a chilling realization of Milo's daily struggles, his quiet isolation. The vibrant playground fades, replaced by the crushing weight of empathy, a shared burden of awkward existence. On a sun-drenched playground, a small, shy girl approaches Cain, her hesitant steps echoing silent courage. She extends her hand, a vibrant juice box, a beacon of unexpected kindness in her small offering. Cain takes the juice box, a grateful nod, and a tender smile blooming on his face, touched by the simple gesture. His eyes reflect a sudden realization, understanding the profound impact of a small act of warmth. A moment of quiet connection, where a juice box becomes a powerful symbol of empathy and unexpected comfort. The sharp, piercing ring of the recess bell shatters the playground's playful din, echoing through the air like a sudden command. Cain, embodying Milo, slowly pushes his heavy, leaden legs, rising with an unexpected, profound effort. He surveys the vibrant, bustling playground, his gaze sweeping over the familiar scene with newfound, unsettling clarity. A profound new understanding, both heavy and unsettling, is etched deeply onto his face as he takes in his surroundings. The classroom hums with the last vestiges of a long afternoon, shadows stretching across worn desks. Suddenly, the final school bell rings, a sharp, piercing sound that slices through the air. I sit at my desk, a silent sentinel, having endured the day's relentless march. The bell's reverberations echo, not just in the room, but deep within me. A strange, familiar sensation begins to stir, a phenomenon triggered by the morning bell. The sound seems to unlock something unseen, a hidden mechanism within my very being. The classroom tilts violently, a disorienting sensation washing over me as overhead lights flicker erratically. Dancing shadows consume the panicked faces of students, their eyes wide with fear and confusion. A low hum begins, vibrating through the floor, growing in intensity, a prelude to chaos. Students gasp, clutching their heads as the room plunges into a terrifying, unknown abyss. In the classroom, a sudden, disorienting blur engulfs Cain, swirling around him with an ominous speed. He tightly shuts his eyes, a familiar wave of intense dizziness washing over him, signaling an impending shift. A piercing, high-pitched whine assaults his ears, intensifying the dizzying sensation. The relentless whine grows louder, hinting at the imminent, unavoidable switch back to another reality. Cain blinks his eyes open, his vision slowly clearing to reveal the familiar classroom. He is back at his own desk, the world around him seemingly normal, yet profoundly altered by his recent experience. He flexes his fingers, a silent confirmation that they are indeed his own, real and tangible. The mundane details of the classroom, once overlooked, now appear with an unsettling new clarity. A silent, internal battle rages within him as he grapples with the return to his ordinary existence. In the quiet classroom, a profound shift begins as he takes a deep, restorative breath. His chest expands, a palpable release, as if a great weight has been lifted from his very being. The suffocating tightness that once gripped his lungs dissipates, leaving behind an unexpected lightness. A profound sense of calm washes over him, his strength returning with each passing moment. The incessant, tormenting whisper of anxiety that echoed in his mind finally fades into silence. A serene stillness envelops him, as if the world has paused just for this moment of tranquility. In the quiet classroom, Cain's gaze falls upon Milo, now back in his own body, a profound relief washing over him. Milo sits at his familiar desk, a picture of quiet composure, the recent ordeal etched only in his eyes. Their eyes meet across the room, a silent acknowledgement of their shared, extraordinary experience passing between them. A heavy silence fills the air, thick with unspoken words and the weight of their secret bond. Neither boy speaks, yet their gazes lock, a deep, mutual understanding solidified in the quiet aftermath. From his desk, Cain rises slowly, his legs feeling impossibly light and strong, a new resolve in his eyes. He moves with a deliberate, thoughtful pace, his steps echoing in the stunned silence of the classroom. His unwavering gaze fixes on Milo's desk, a silent challenge in the air. Around them, the other students stir, disoriented and murmuring, a chorus of confusion against Cain's focused advance. Cain stops abruptly at Milo's desk, casting a long shadow over the pale boy. Milo, still visibly pale, looks up, a flicker of surprise in his eyes as Cain looms over him. The tension in the classroom is palpable as Cain's gaze settles on Milo. Cain's expression is unreadable, a silent challenge in his eyes. Milo's heart pounds, his breath catching in his throat as he awaits Cain's next move. Cain's voice cuts through the quiet, a stark, "Hey," that echoes in the tense air. Milo looks up, his eyes wide with surprise as Cain approaches him. Cain's voice is unexpectedly gentle, a stark contrast to his usual demeanor. Milo hesitates, a mix of confusion and caution on his face. A few students in the classroom subtly turn their heads, their gazes drawn to the unexpected interaction. The quiet tension in the classroom grows as more students notice Milo and Cain. In the classroom, Cain turns, his face softening, a new thought dawning in his eyes. His gaze holds a question, a shift in the air, a moment pregnant with unspoken meaning. A simple question forms on his lips, yet it feels momentous, a turning point. He asks, his voice gentle, "Do you want to be on my team tomorrow?" The words hang in the air, a sudden invitation, unexpected and profound. A quiet anticipation fills the space, a new possibility unfolding between them. In the classroom's quiet, Milo's eyes widen, a flicker of surprise and dawning hope illuminating his face. He hesitates, a breath held captive in the silence, as if on the precipice of a momentous decision. A small, hopeful smile tentatively touches his lips, a fragile bloom of optimism. He nods, a shy but firm agreement, a silent affirmation that speaks volumes without a single word. His simple gesture, profound in its quiet resolve, seals an unspoken promise in the hushed air. In the classroom's quiet hum, a profound realization dawns upon Cain, his face softening with understanding. A gentle, genuine smile spreads across his lips, illuminating his features with unexpected warmth. He understands that compassion blooms when fear is recognized and acknowledged. The truth settles deep within him, a revelation both profound and deeply personal. This newfound wisdom reshapes his perception, fostering an empathy he hadn't known before. Cain's gaze reflects a quiet transformation, a lesson fully absorbed into his very being. In the bustling school hallway, Cain and Milo emerge from the classroom, their steps perfectly in sync. A symphony of laughter and slamming locker doors fills the air, creating a vibrant, boisterous energy. Yet, this usual commotion seems to wash over Cain, leaving him untouched by its youthful exuberance. He moves with a newfound quiet observation, his gaze sweeping across the hallway. His eyes, once inward-focused, now drink in every detail of his surroundings, less centered on himself. A subtle shift in his demeanor hints at a profound inner change, a silent revolution of self. Students burst from the school, a vibrant cacophony of youthful energy spilling onto the sun-drenched pavement. Cain emerges, but instead of joining his boisterous friends, he remains steadfastly by Milo's side. A silent, profound companionship settles between Cain and Milo, a quiet understanding amidst the afternoon's chaos. The afternoon sun stretches long, distorted shadows across the ground, mirroring the quiet depth of their bond. Cain and Milo stand side by side at the bus stop, their backpacks slung, a silent closeness between them. The usual chasm between them has vanished, replaced by an unexpected proximity. A comfortable silence settles, broken only by the distant, rhythmic hum of traffic. For Cain, the afternoon sun seems to possess an ethereal quality, bathing the world in a brighter glow. The light softens, painting the ordinary scene with a newfound, almost magical warmth. A subtle, profound shift in atmosphere hangs in the air, a testament to their shared, quiet moment. In the dimming light of his bedroom, Cain sits hunched at his desk, homework utterly forgotten. His gaze, distant and lost, is fixed on the world outside his window, a silent observer of the fading day. A faint, unnoticed cereal stain on his shirt is a testament to his distracted mind, lost in thought. His mind, a tempest of replayed events, grapples with a profound, unsettling shift deep within him. The quiet evening enfolds Cain, a stark contrast to the whirlwind of emotions churning inside him. In the warm glow of the kitchen, Cain sits at the dinner table, pushing food around his plate, unusually quiet. His parents exchange a worried glance, their eyes fixed on their son, as the mother asks, "Is everything all right, dear?" The father adds, "You've been very quiet tonight, son," as Cain shrugs, a gesture of unspoken depth. Cain replies, "I'm fine, just thinking," his demeanor subtly shifted by a new, profound thoughtfulness. In the quiet of his bedroom, Cain lies still, his gaze fixed on the ceiling, the day's bravado now, a distant memory. The confident swagger of the morning has vanished, replaced by a profound and unsettling introspection. His thoughts drift to Milo, a whisper of fear echoing in the silent room, hinting at a world beyond his grasp. The world he thought he knew now feels vast, complex, and filled with an unknown depth. The morning sun stretches long, ethereal shadows across the school's entrance, painting the scene in a soft, golden glow. Students surge around Cain in a blur of motion, a familiar, vibrant chaos he usually navigates without thought. Today, his steps are unhurried, a subtle shift in his rhythm, as if the world has suddenly slowed around him. His eyes, once fixed forward, now drift, absorbing the minute details of his surroundings with a new, quiet intensity. A faint, almost imperceptible change in his demeanor hints at an inner awakening, a new chapter unfolding. He breathes in the crisp morning air, a silent acknowledgement of the ordinary, now seen through extraordinary eyes. Golden morning light streams through the school hallway windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air. Cain, usually reserved, catches sight of Milo across the bustling corridor, a new resolve in his eyes. Instead of passing by, Cain offers a small, unexpected, and utterly genuine smile, a beacon of warmth. Milo, initially surprised, returns the smile, a fragile flicker of hope igniting in his gaze. Their eyes meet, holding a shared moment of understanding, a silent promise in the chaotic hallway. A new connection, subtle yet profound, has been forged between them, changing the morning's rhythm. Morning light spills into the classroom, illuminating Cain at his desk, his usual boisterous energy replaced by a quiet stillness. A friend's joke elicits only a subdued chuckle, a stark contrast to Cain's once hearty laughter, hinting at a profound change. His gaze, once wandering, is now intently fixed on Miss Jenkins, absorbing every word. He listens with an intensity he never displayed before, a newfound seriousness etched on his face. The recent experience has sharpened his focus, transforming his demeanor. Cain's quiet attention speaks volumes, a silent testament to a lesson learned beyond the classroom walls. In the classroom, Milo sits quietly, a subtle shift in his posture marking a new ease. He's less hunched, a fraction more at ease, a silent transformation unfolding. The air crackles with an unspoken understanding, a shared secret binding them. His eyes, once downcast, now hold a flicker of newfound confidence. The quiet confidence emanates from him, a testament to their entwined fates. Miss Jenkins stands before a gleaming whiteboard, marker poised, her gaze sweeping across a sea of eager young faces. Her voice, clear and resonant, poses a challenging question. Can anyone tell me the solution to problem number 3? A heavy, palpable silence descends upon the room, broken only by the low hum of fluorescent lights overhead. Cain, usually quick with answers, remains unusually still in his seat, his eyes thoughtfully scanning his classmates. He deliberately holds back, a silent invitation for others to step forward and claim the intellectual victory. The air crackles with unspoken tension as the students ponder the complex problem, their young minds at work. In the classroom, Milo's hand trembles as he slowly, tentatively, begins to raise it. It's a small, almost imperceptible movement, yet it signifies a monumental internal battle. Cain watches, his gaze fixed on Milo, sensing the profound effort behind the gesture. A silent, powerful surge of quiet pride swells within Cain's chest. Milo's hand rises higher, a testament to his courage, a silent triumph in the quiet room. Miss Jenkins's gaze fixes on Milo, a silent challenge in her eyes. Milo sits a little straighter, his voice soft but clear as he articulates the correct answer. A ripple of surprise, almost a collective gasp, goes through the class, their faces a mixture of awe and disbelief. Cain, seated a few rows back, watches Milo, a knowing glint in his eyes. A genuine, knowing smile spreads across Cain's face, a silent acknowledgement of Milo's triumph. The classroom hums with the aftermath of Milo's unexpected brilliance, a moment of quiet victory. In the quiet classroom, Cain stands, a profound and dawning realization washing over his face. His eyes, once shadowed by confusion, now gleam with newfound clarity, reflecting an inner shift. He understands now, with a deep, resonant certainty, that the true lesson transcends mere magic. It isn't about the impossible act of a body switch, but a far more vital transformation. It is about the profound, empathetic act of switching perspectives, seeing through another's eyes. Cain's expression settles into a quiet resolve, grasping the essence of truly understanding another's world. The school playground explodes with a cacophony of children's shouts and laughter, a vibrant, energetic blur. Amidst the boisterous chaos, Cain and Milo stand apart, a quiet island in a sea of frenetic play. Cain leans in, his gaze fixed intently on Milo, absorbing every hushed word of their private conversation. Milo, usually overwhelmed, finds an unexpected calm in Cain's steadfast presence. The playground's roar fading. Their silent exchange creates an intimate world, untouched by the wild energy swirling around them. In the vibrant school playground, Cain's eyes gleam with mischief as he points across the expansive field. Milo's gaze, initially hesitant, follows Cain's direction, a hint of curiosity sparking in his eyes. A small, genuine laugh escapes Milo, a sound both surprising and deeply moving, breaking the silence between them. The soft sound of Milo's laughter echoes, marking a subtle yet profound shift in their long-standing dynamic. This moment is a breakthrough, a silent promise of connection blooming under the bright playground sun. A new chapter unfolds between them, painted with the unexpected joy of shared laughter and newfound understanding. Late afternoon, sun spills into the classroom, illuminating a golden haze of dust motes dancing in the air. Cain leans intently over Milo's desk, his usual bravado replaced by a focused, gentle demeanor. With a pen in hand, Cain points to a section of their homework, his voice a soft murmur of explanation. Milo's brow is furrowed in deep concentration, absorbing every word Cain offers. As Cain explains, a flicker of understanding ignites in Milo's eyes, chasing away the confusion. Milo nods slowly, a silent acknowledgement of the dawning comprehension, the tension in his face easing. The late afternoon sun stretches long shadows as Cain and Milo walk away from each other, a comfortable silence between them. They exchange a light, easy "see you tomorrow," their voices reflecting a newfound warmth. An undeniable ease settles between them, a palpable shift in their connection hanging in the air. Their paths diverge, yet an invisible thread of understanding now binds them. Cain, with deliberate precision, meticulously tidies his backpack, ensuring every zipper is fully closed. His fingers trace the fabric of his shirt, a focused intensity in his gaze as he scrutinizes it for any blemish. He carefully puts on the shirt, a subtle shift in his demeanor hinting at a newfound self-awareness. These small, conscious adjustments to his routine speak volumes about a blossoming attention to detail. A profound, unspoken empathy seems to guide his every movement, a quiet transformation unfolding. Weeks later, Milo stands before the class, a book clutched in his hands, his gaze fixed on the pages. His voice, once hesitant, now rings with a newfound clarity, filling the classroom with his words. From his desk, Cain offers a subtle, encouraging nod, a silent beacon of support for Milo. Milo's eyes meet Cain's across the room, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. A soft, genuine smile blooms on Milo's lips, a testament to his growing confidence and their shared connection. A month later, the late afternoon sun stretches long shadows across the school playground as Cain and Milo play basketball. Cain, with fluid precision, passes the ball to Milo, whose movements are energetic and decisive. The ball arcs gracefully through the air, swishing cleanly through the net as Milo scores effortlessly. Cain throws his hands up, a wide, genuine smile spreading across his face, thrilled by Milo's success. Sunlight streams through the tall library windows, illuminating dust motes dancing in the golden air. Cain and Milo are hunched over a table, surrounded by an array of open books and glowing laptops. Cain, usually restless, watches Milo with an unusual patience, a silent observer of his friend's thoughts. Milo hesitates, a furrow in his brow as he struggles to articulate a complex idea. Cain leans in, offering thoughtful suggestions with a gentle voice, guiding Milo without imposing. A shared moment of collaboration, the quiet hum of the library, a backdrop to their focused work. In a flurry of quick cuts, Cain leans forward, his gaze fixed, absorbing every word from a classmate. Milo's hand shoots up, a confident smile gracing his lips as he articulates his answer with ease. Cain offers a gentle, encouraging word to a struggling student, a beacon of kindness in the classroom. Milo, radiating charm, initiates a conversation, his smile infectious as he connects with others. The late afternoon sun stretches long shadows across empty school grounds. Cain and Milo emerge from the school building, their laughter echoing, vibrant and free. Their easy camaraderie is palpable, a silent testament to a deep, shared bond. Every gesture speaks of a friendship forged through countless shared experiences. The initial awkwardness has vanished, replaced by a comfortable, unspoken understanding. Cain casts a lingering glance back at the school building, a silent farewell to a place that once held his anxieties. His gaze then shifts, finding Milo, a quiet anchor in the vast school grounds. A profound realization dawns on Cain, illuminating his features with sudden clarity. The magic of the bell was never in its physical switch, but in a deeper, internal shift. He understands now the true change was a profound transformation within himself. A quiet sense of peace settles over Cain, his perception irrevocably altered. Sunlight streams into Cain's bedroom, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air, a silent testament to the passage of time. Cain, 17, sits at his desk, his brow furrowed in thought, a worn journal open before him. His pen glides across the page, capturing the silent echoes of his inner world, a record of growth and change. He pauses, his gaze drifting towards the world outside his window, a pensive expression etched on his face. The journal, a silent confidant, holds the profound journey of a past year, shaped by Milo's struggles and fears. The park basks in the golden embrace of the late afternoon sun, a serene canvas for friendship. Cain and Milo, their movements a dance of fluid grace, toss a frisbee with effortless joy. Their laughter rings out, an unforced melody weaving through the air, painting the scene with light-heartedness. Years of camaraderie are evident in their comfortable synchronicity, each anticipating the other's every move. The sweet scent of summer hangs heavy, a nostalgic perfume mingling with the vibrant hues of the setting sun. The sky, a masterpiece of orange and pink, mirrors the peaceful warmth of their enduring bond, a silent testament to friendship. Milo, a young boy with a bright smile, misses a catch, the ball bouncing off his outstretched hands. Cain, a man whose eyes reflect genuine warmth, playfully ruffles Milo's hair, a gesture of true affection. This isn't the dismissive Cain of old. His affection is clear and true, a stark contrast to his past self. Milo laughs, a sound full of freedom and unburdened joy. He knows Cain's kindness is real, a profound shift in their relationship, free from fear. In a vibrant park, Cain watches Milo, a blur of youthful energy, chase after a frisbee with effortless grace. A deep, contented smile spreads across Cain's face, reflecting a profound inner peace. The true lesson wasn't switching bodies, but changing perspectives, and it altered everything. The sun begins its majestic descent, painting the sky in fiery hues of orange and purple. As day turns to dusk, Cain's smile remains, a testament to the transformative power of a new outlook.